Okay, so this is Kristen Codes. I'm coding every day until I become a web developer. Um, and I just took the best nap of my life. My goodness, it was an amazing, beautiful, deep nap. Like my soul is just like somebody hit F5 on my spirit, and I just napped. Such a good nap. Anyway, um, I don't really remember where we left off. I didn't do much coding throughout the day like I usually do because usually I would have finished this project by now. But today um, I kind of rested a little bit. I did some light coding, I think in the morning, but not as much as I would usually do. And then I'll pick back up tomorrow because I need to do and the um, the tablet and the desktop version of this. But first, I want to get the logic down. So let's see. I think that's what we're doing right now. We're getting the logic. So let's see. So it looks like we grabbed the build input field. We grabbed the people input field. We grabbed the result tip amount. Uh, we set that to 5, set that to 10, grab the total and the tip amount, and then we grab these, set these to 0. Okay. And then it says, so instead of looping and adding the event listener to every button, I will use delegation and add to the parent element so it can listen for event clicks of its children. So that's what I did right here. Document, I got the tip buttons, um, parent, immediate parent of these buttons right here. Let current tip equal 0%. Then I created a tip buttons parent. I added an event listener to that parent container, and on click, it'll say what button has been clicked. Well, at least the text content of it. And then current tip percent equals string to tip number e target dot text content console dot. Okay. So yeah, then I created a function that returns um, first I do string dot replace and replace that percent sign with nothing, and then I cast that as a number. Because if I just did number and then put the actual text content in the middle with that percent sign, I think it comes up as not a number, something like that, or null. And then we contact current tip percentage. So I think every time yeah. Okay. So that works. So why don't are there any other console.logs? Okay, so let's go to console. It says we have some issues, but we're gonna ignore those issues. We're gonna press that. 50% has been clicked. 50 right here. Then it says 25%, 15%, 5%, 10%. Okay, so they are being clicked. So we're just gonna take this out. And then we're gonna 5, 15, 50, 25, 10. Okay. All right. So now that we have that, and we have this going to the current tip percentage. I think we need to place the number of people. So if we put the number of people as 5 here, and then the bill as 10 here, I still haven't found a way to get rid of these scrolls, but it's definitely coming. So once we enter this and we enter this, and we select the tip, and then we press. So how would that go? So the person enters the bill, they select the tip, and I'm assuming that every time they select, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. When they select the tip, then this will update. I like that. That works for me. So let's see. We're gonna say function calc tip, and that is going to take the, let's see, that is going to take the current bill. It's going to take the current bill, and it's going to return let's see, we would return the bill plus bill times, what will we have to do? Because I know you got to move the decimal places twice. Hold on, let's just put this right here, and let's just put bill. Okay, so if I wanted 5%, could I then divide that by 100? And then 0.05 times 100 equals, okay, yeah, so we just bill, so we do bill plus bill times the current tip. So bill times current bill divided by 100, right? So we get the bill, but we need the tip. So hold on, we wouldn't even need to do that, or this, or this. So we get the tip percentage. We don't need that since we're just calculating the tip. Okay, and then we'll do function now. Okay, then we'll do function. We got the calc tip. Now we want to calc total, and the total is going to take the current tip it's going to take the total is going to take, hold on, so what do we need? Let me back that up. So we need the tip amount, and we need per person, and we need the total per person. So the user is going to enter bill right here, then they're going to enter number of people right here, and they just want the tip amount per person and the total per person. So why don't we just do calc tip per person? So if this is the tip, so let's just break this down. Let tip equal current bill divided by 100. And then we want to say let bill or let let bill equal current bill current tip. Let tip equal current tip divided by 100. Let bill equal, let's change that to bill total. Bill total equals current bill actually no, I'm thinking about this wrong. I'm thinking about this incorrectly because we want the and I should change this. This is tip percentage, right? So let me see. So let's think about how I'm gonna do this. So we got the current tip percentage equals string to, so we have the current tip percent, right? Which is going, okay. So we're gonna pass current, we're gonna pass the tip percentage and the current bill. Okay, so we need to calculate the tip, and the tip is gonna be current tip divided by well, sorry, it's gonna be tip percentage. It's gonna be tip percentage divided by 100. Percent. We're gonna say percent tip because we are dividing tip by 100 to get percent. Okay. And then once we have the tip, we need to multiply. Let's get the tip total. Let's see, total. Let's see, total tip equals bill equals current bill times current bill times percent tip. I don't know why this is confusing me right now. Like, what's going on? Yeah, so we got current bill, and then so we get the bill and we multiply that times, and then we'll say let tip per person equal total tip divided by people. Why was that confusing? Return tip per person. Okay. All right. So we got function string to number. We got current tip percentage equal. All right. Okay. So now what we want to come down here and do is calc the tip per person. Well, first we want to pass, let's see, tip. What did I name this? Result tip amount. So we're going to say result tip amount equals dot, well, text content equals calc tip per person, which is the which will then get the so what information do I need? I need the current bill, the tip percentage, and the people. So let's just enter X, right? No. Okay. Let's just cancel this out right here. So I think when I do this, I need to get certain variables. So why don't we go ahead and grab so if I enter 100 right here, it should grab the value of it at that point. Yeah. So let's do, I wonder if I don't do this. Let's say, can I console.log the current? Like if I make this 100, will it capture that? Oh, I didn't put anything right here. Okay, so yeah, it will. Okay. So what I want to do is result tip amount equal text.content. So all I want to do, I don't know why this is. Oh no! I'm covering up my my code. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm covering up the code. I just realized that 17 minutes in. Okay. All right. So, well, now y'all can see what I got. Okay, so the current tip percentage equals string to tip number, result tip amount dot text content equal. Okay. So when we press this button, we want to get the tip amount right here. We want to put the tip amount right here. So what we need to do is result tip amount dot text content equals calc tip per person. So we're going to get the bill input field dot value. We're going to get current tip percent, and we're going to get the people input field dot value. I'm thinking the reason it took me so long to do this is because I'm trying to get the idea of pure functions in my mind. Trying to get the idea of pure functions in my mind. So each piece does its own little thing. So we got calc tip per person, and then so if I come over here and I go 100, and then I go 5, actually it shouldn't be value, it should be text content. Hold on. Result tip amount, yeah. And then I press this. 50%. Hold on, why is it 0? Hold up, 15%. Hold on, what did I enter here? So I said build input field dot aria value current tip percent people input field current tip percent equals. Okay, hold on 1 second. So when we enter that, we get the current tip percentage. And then we're doing calc. Okay, that's fair. It's not a number. So then we do calc tip per person, and we get the build input field dot aria value max. What the hell is that? 100, 10 people, 10% tip, $1, 25%, $2.50, 50, $5 per person. That makes sense. Okay, so we got that down, but we need to add an extra 0 at the end. If it doesn't, I'll get to that in a second. And I feel like we should put a dollar amount in the front of it. So why don't I change this up a bit? Let's see how it looks in the mock-up. Mobile. Yeah, they put a $sign in front. So why don't we go ahead and change this to a template literal. Calc tip per person. And then we can do something like this. Like that. And then we'll just add a money sign in front of it. Like, how does that? Let's see. 100. There's 10 people, 50%, $5. Okay, so we did that. So that works. So, and again, sorry if y'all didn't see it. I'm a figure out this camera placement once and for all. I need to not have the camera in weird different positions. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is do the total per person, which should be the bill divided by the number of people plus the tip. Okay, so function total per person. And if we want the total per person, what we need is the, let's see what we have over here already. Oh, I'm right here. Okay. So we have the result tip amount. Maybe I should do that differently. Maybe I should put it in a variable so we don't have to repeat this. Yeah, why don't I do that? Let's let tip per, let's see, current tip per person equals result tip amount, or rather calc tip per person build input field dot value current tip percent and people input field dot value, and then erase all of this and put current tip per person. Is that right? Yep. So now we got current tip per person. Just gonna save that. 100, 10 people at 50%. Okay. So we got that. now we're going to do let current total per person. We're just gonna say that equals 0. So what we need in here is we need the tip. We need the tip per person. We need the tip per person, and we need the bill divided by people. So that will give us the total that will give us the bill per person, and then we need the total per person equals tip per person plus bill per person. So I will get the current tip per person. I'll get the tip per person and people, right? And the current bill. Okay. So we will say that the bill, let bill per person equal, that should be equals current bill divided by people. Okay. And then we'll say return tip per person plus bill per person. And so then what we'll do is we'll say let current, that should be current. Did I spell that right over here? Yeah. All right, where am I? Let current total per person equal calc equal, let's say calc and then total. Where am I? Oh, equals calc total per person, and we want okay, yeah. So what do we need in this function? We need the current bill, which is the bill input field dot value. We need the tip percentage per person, which is current tip per person. and we need I think the amount of people, and then we're good. So let's make sure this returns tip per person plus calc total per. Hold on, I messed up somewhere. No, I didn't. Let current. Yeah, let current total per person. Hold on, what am I doing? Okay. So that makes a lot more sense. So let current total per person equal calc total per person. And so then we're gonna say result total amount dot text content equals money sign brackets current total per person. So if we enter 100 right here and we enter 10 right here and we do a 50% tip, people is not defined. People is not defined. People. Oh. So if we put 100 right here and then 50 right here and we say 50%, okay, that's interesting. Hold on, I did something wrong. Oh, that's 50 people, my bad. We just want 10. Okay, so the tip is $10. The tip amount is $5 because everybody's paying a 50% tip. So that's hold on. No. Hold on, that's interesting. So are we all paying 50%? Hold on, when everybody's at the table, everybody should tip. Oh my goodness, this is because I don't think I've always went out to eat and then the person that well, everybody tips, so everybody should tip 20% of the bill, right? So current tip per person. So right here we get the percent of the tip. So we change the tip to a percent that we can just multiply by times the bill. And we get, so in this case we would get $50. The total tip is going to be $50. And then so the tip per person would just be $50. Yeah, the tip, yeah. I'm gonna have to look at the let's read this for a second. Let's see. Front. Let's look at this challenge. why don't we go ahead and look at, let's review solutions. Let's see what other people put. So if I put $100 and then I say that there's 10 people and I say the tip is 50%. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one. Because I thought that was weird too. Let's see what someone else did. Uh, let's go to hers. So if we do, the bill is 100 and there's 10 people, and we say 50%. Okay, so I'm not the only one who thought that. I thought maybe I was going crazy because I could have sworn when you go out to eat, we do 50% of the bill, and then everybody, you know, in a perfect world, um, we divide the tip up. In a better world, we all pay 50% of the bill. 50, we all pay 50% of the tip. I mean, that server would be extremely happy. So let's see where we are. So we got all of this, we got all that. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this up off video. I'm gonna finish this up off video. Because I still need to get the custom button working. That's the thing. Let me see how other people implemented that. Let's see, preview. And oh, look at that. It's an input field. That makes a lot of sense. Dang. That makes a lot of sense. And you just, yeah, okay, well, the more you know. Let me do this one more time. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Crazy. All right. So I'm definitely gonna try to finish this off stream tomorrow. So I want to be done with this project, and I think the next project, because I feel like I'm taking too long on it, and the next because I can be very like nitpicky, very in the weeds about everything, and so and plus this project, I was trying to see the best way to structure my my CSS and everything. I'm gonna read through the comments, because I could have sworn somebody mentioned the way that I'm doing it, or said that there could be a better way, or something was said. So I'm gonna try to go through that. Again, this is just a learning experience, and I'd rather take my time and go slow than go at the speed that I feel other people think I should go. Um, I'm glad that I thought this out a little bit more, and I'm trying to do pure functions that, you know, can stand alone and just take inputs and return something, and trying to break that process up. So I think y'all, I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but I'm starting to really consider what I'm doing, do it with intent, and I feel like the speed will come in time. So anyway, that's where we are right now. Tomorrow, hopefully, once we get on stream, I will have the tablet and desktop versions finished, and then we can move on to the next challenge. And the next challenge will be, let's enlarge this, home challenge. Hold on, learning paths. The next challenge is a password generator. Wow. You know what? Maybe that's not as hard as I think, but that slider, I can see a little slider thing right there. I'm gonna have to learn how to make a slider. Wow, I don't know how to do that at all. Oh, and then they had the little check boxes. That's interesting. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to do a tutorial, and I'm gonna do that probably off stream or on stream, and then I'll show people the sliders that I made. So, okay. All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll be uploading again tomorrow, of course, and we'll just go from there. Sorry if there wasn't a lot done this video. I think I needed to rest a little bit. I've been having a lot on my mind lately, and I made the mistake of playing a game today, which really captures my attention. But there's a game that I've been playing that's been in early access, and I've been following the development team. And they recently had like it's the game. The name of the game is No Rest for the Wicked. It's a beautiful game. They're doing a great job, and I think that I've learned that I don't think during this journey I'm gonna be able to play video games. I, I don't think it's gonna be it doesn't mix well. Um, this is a path of self improvement for me as well. I want to get into a better healthy space. I want to have a better sleep schedule. I want to feel better all around. So there's a lot of things I need to do. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Gonna do this. All right.